All right, welcome to the very first episode of the Financial Weather Channel. Now, I know what you're thinking. What on earth does the weather have to do with money? Well, quite a lot actually. Both are unpredictable, both affect every one of us, and both can completely ruin your plans if unprepared. And before we go further, let me just say this. I'm a real person, not AI, not a robot voice, not some deepfake. It's me, Chris, flesh, blood, and probably way too much caffeine. A lot of finance channels out there are AI generated or faceless, but this is real. Real money, real mistakes, real wins, and real learning. You'll see my face every so often, but as people say, I've got a face for radio, so I'm going to try and keep that to a minimum. And that's really the spirit of this channel. Finance doesn't have to be boring. It doesn't have to feel like reading tax code. I want this to feel more like checking tomorrow's weather. Clear, simple, and maybe even a bit of fun along the way. Think of me as your slightly nerdy weather forecaster, but for money. So here's the deal. I'm running an experiment. On the 26th of August, I made my first deposits, and since then, every single day, I've been investing £11 into 10 different dividend-paying stocks. Why dividend stocks? Well, they don't just, hopefully, grow in value over time. They actually pay you cash along the way. It's like owning a little patch of financial real estate and the tenants are paying your rent. And dividends are cool because they make investing feel a bit more real. Even if the stock price is down, you still might get a little drip of income. Think of it like the drizzle of rain. You might not love it, but at least it's consistent. Quick question for you. Do you prefer the idea of growth stocks that might shoot up or dividend stocks that drip feed you cash? Drop in the comments, I'm curious, I genuinely want to know. But I haven't stopped there. Alongside the £11 experiment, I'm also putting £1 a day into the S&P 500, and that's the 500 biggest US companies. And £1 a day into the FTSE All World ETF, which spreads money across thousands of companies globally. That way, I've got my £11 experiment in dividend stocks, like checking the day's weather locally out your window. Then I've got my £2 spread across big global indexes, like checking the overall climate of the world, and both matter. And before someone asks, no, I don't expect to get rich overnight. This is about building habits, not buying yachts. If I wanted fast money, I'd just buy a lottery ticket and probably lose. This is the slow, steady approach. Boring? Maybe, but boring's often what actually works in finance. Now, before we go further, let's get something out of the way. This is not financial advice. Seriously, don't copy what I'm doing. This is me showing you in real time what happens when someone consistently invests small amounts, rain or shine. Now, why do this daily? Because I want to show people that investing doesn't have to be huge, scary or complicated. You don't need thousands of pounds lying around. You can start with just a few quid a day or few dollars. Think of it like brushing your teeth. You don't do it once a month for 2 hours. You do it every day for 2 minutes. Investing can be the same. A little about me. I'm not just winging this with no background. I've worked in financial services for 17 years. I've seen the good, the bad and the ugly. I've seen markets skyrocket. I've seen them crash. I've watched people panic and sell at the bottom. I've seen people quietly stick with it and end up doing really well. And that's what's always struck me, was how little of this would ever get explained to ordinary people. It's like the weather. We all know when it's raining outside, but most of us don't know why it's raining or what caused the storm. That's what I want with this channel, to explain the why behind the financial storms. So what kind of stuff will we cover here? Well, for starters, what even is a stock? How can the Bank of England raising rates affect your mortgage or your rent? Why does a war on the other side of the world suddenly make your weekly shop more expensive? That's what this channel is about. These are big, complicated topics, but my goal is to break them down so they actually make sense. And here's the twist. I'll be treating the stock market like a weather forecast. Some days will be bright and sunny, our £11 grows, dividends pop in, and everything else feels calm. Other days, storm clouds roll in, stocks take a hit and it feels like you're stuck outside without an umbrella. Either way, we'll get through it. No sugarcoating, no skipping the rough days, just an honest, real journey of what it actually feels like to invest over time. And let's be real, sometimes the stormy days make the best stories afterwards. And you'll see both sides of it, because investing isn't a straight line up. It's more like April in Britain. 1 second you've got sunshine, the next you're drenched, and 5 minutes later you're sweating in a hoodie. Honestly, the market mood swings make British weather look stable. I also want you to join in, so let me ask you, if you had £11 to invest today, where would you put it? Would you pick a single company you love, spread it across a bunch like what I'm doing? Or would you throw it into something wild like crypto? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want this to be a conversation, not a lecture. And that's the beauty of this project. It's not about me being some guru telling you what to do. It's about learning together, sharing the journey, and seeing how little consistent actions can add up over months and years. Because honestly, I don't think enough people talk about the emotional side of money, and that's just as important as the numbers. So to recap, since the 26th of August, I've been putting £11 into 10 dividend stocks, £1 into the S&P 500, and £1 into the FTSE All World ETF. Every single day, rain or shine, storm or sunshine, we'll track the journey openly. So hit the subscribe button if you want to follow along, because on Saturday, I'll give you the very first update. And who knows what the financial weather will bring. A calm, sunny day, a few light showers, or a full-on thunderstorm. Whatever it'll be, we'll be doing it together, tracking it, learning from it, and hopefully having a laugh along the way. Thanks very much, guys. Take care.